Welcome back to Roomcast, guys. Welcome back. We're back with Siren Tarot. She just completed. Let me light some sage. All right. Tell me about your journey. You just completed a 7-day meditation.
Yes, focusing on Geese, Ansus, Athala, communicating again with Hugin, and Hugin took me to Odin.
Okay, good, because we were hoping to invoke Odin because he was the next step as your spiritual guide. Hugin introduced you to Odin. That's great. So tell me about it. How did it go?
It was very abstract, but what came through with the most consistency was they were encouraging me to write, which I don't really want to hear because I don't feel like writing. As much as I love writing, I have to be in a certain mind space to really commit to the process. It's very taxing. Art is a lot more immediate. It's instant gratification. So writing is very difficult these days. So the last meditation that I did, day 7, for some reason my great-grandmother really came through loud and clear. I saw the trailer house she lived in where she ran her business with my maternal grandmother, CNF answering service in the 80s. I saw her garden. I saw a lot of specific things. A lot of memories came through at the last day of the meditation.
That's really cool because she was going to be your advocate through the world of Lightalfhiem, and she was going to bring you to the awareness and the protection that you needed in that realm. And Odin, rightfully so, he's sometimes called the poet god. He loves the poetry, and many poems have been written about him. So anything come through with Odin other than just write?
No. I'll go back and refer to my notes, but that's what I remember the most. The most consistency was write.
Well, that's a good place to start. So if we go back to the original Nine Worlds reading, I think, this is where the position of everything was. And this, in Lightalfhiem, is where we were looking for some spiritual influence and guidance and tried to bring awareness to what was wrong and blocked currently. So let's take another...
He also showed me, is it Kenaz?
Kenaz, yes.
He showed me that, and I saw that it's a torch.
Right.
And he said, you are being tested, pass with flying colors, fly with colors passing, fly passing with colors. And I saw the colors blue and orange, so that's like the flame of the candle. And then I saw Cerberus, the hound of Hades, the multi-headed dog that guards the gates of the underworld to prevent the dead from leaving. Cerberus came out on day 5 of this meditation.
Okay. Interesting, very interesting. The Greek idea of the underworld and the Norse idea of the underworld. And this is something we're also trying to get movement on was Helheim or Hell, which things were frozen there, kind of stuck. And okay, so let's do a fresh 9 worlds. Do you want to?
And does there have to be a certain number of the times when you do that? Is there a certain number that you?
Well, you can do 8 or 9, or some people throw 12. But what we want to try and do is reestablish a runic diagram for the 9 worlds and kind of see where things have changed since you've been working so hard.
Okay.
So do you want to pull a stone for each? Or do you want to cast the tines for each?
I'd rather do the tines.
Okay. Let's do the tines. Let's go ahead. We've got this written down anyway. It's in your journal. Let me erase this. And let me figure out the order that we want to go in. Let's do center outward. So we're going to do Midgard first. Go ahead and throw them down there and let's see where your Midgard is right now. Again, after 2 weeks of meditation. Let's see where we get with Midgard. We just want one rune, and it's got to be Hagalaz. This is an older form of Hagalaz that came out just beautifully here. Do you see that?
Yes.
Of course, with the tines, nothing is ever going to be perfect, but this is an older, beautiful form of Hagalaz that looks just like that. So I'll go ahead and put Hagalaz in there just like it's shown. Okay. Let's go center out. So we will go to the next place. And I'm going to do Asgard last. I'm just kind of doing the diagram here so you can kind of see. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead. We're going to do Svartalfheim next. I think we're going to do Svartalfheim next. And let me just see. Let's go do Svartalfheim next. Go ahead and cast. Okay, let's take a look and see. What do you see when you look in there?
I see Athala, a very rudimentary Athala.
And I'm going to take a look and see. I see what you're saying, right? Because you want to see this kind of come up here, right?
Yeah.
And make the Othala there.
Right.
And it was kind of like that.
So it's not a complete.
Yeah, it's incomplete, but it's there. I think you're right. We'll put Othala there. Incomplete, but it's there. It's coming into being. Okay, and that's in your Svartalfheim.
Okay.
Now, the big one, let's see where Lightalfhiem is now. That's the area that we've been working on for so long. Let's see what's changed there. Okay. Lightalfhiem. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay. We kind of see the Lagos there. And this here, but look, Algies is right again.
Oh my gosh.
So
amazing.
Did you see that? How it was kind of doing Algies? It was kind of off to the side like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's the one that popped out at me. So we wanted that. That's really good. Okay, so next, do you want to go spiritual or physical?
Physical.
Okay, past or present?
Present.
I'm sorry, past or future. We already did physical present. That's Othala.
Oh, future.
Future?
Yeah.
Physical world. Okay, go ahead and cast him down.
Could that be an incomplete on Seuss?
Yeah, but it's kind of sideways. Okay. Throw him again. We didn't get a good reading. Keeps wanting to come out. Okay, the most prominent one is this one in the top here, which is Lagos. Okay, this is trying to be Thurzaz over here, but again, we just want one main rune, and this one came out in the center.
So Lagos?
Yeah, Lagos. That's good.
That's feminine. That's like the moon.
Right. It's a flow of water and energy. Okay. Where do you want to go next? Physical past, subconscious?
Yeah, physical past.
Physical past, subconscious. Again, that'll be down in this realm here. Okay, let's take a look and see what we got. I'm not sure what that's trying to be right there. Let's do another one. Clarify it. Let's clarify it. Wow, okay, so this is what we're getting up here. This is some kind of form, but what is it trying to say? It's like that. That's really not a rune. Like this would be Uruz upside down.
Yeah.
And this right here might be Nothiz. But I'm thinking maybe it's Uruz upside down. So that was physical past, right?
Yeah.
That was Jotunheim. Okay, Jotunheim. Uruz reversed. Okay, so what we have left is spiritual higher consciousness. We have spiritual future outcome. We have spiritual past influence, and we have ultimate subconscious, higher conscious, subconscious, past, future. Which one you want to do next?
The ultimate future?
Higher conscious future, that hasn't been done, and spiritual future.
The higher conscious.
Okay, let's go for Asgard, and she goes for Asgard. Kind of got scattered here, but this is kind of what we're looking at, and it looks like Sieg or Suelu.
Yeah, that's what I see. Definitely.
That's very good. Okay. We're going to stay on the spiritual side, or we're going to delve into the subconscious?
Delve into the subconscious.
Okay, let's throw for Niflheim next. Wow, and Niflheim.
Is that not these?
What do you think is the most prominent structure? This one here?
Yeah.
That line there. What is that trying to tell us? Now, like you said, if it was Nothiz, it would be more straight up and down.
Okay.
Like that's Nothiz. But for it to be on its side, it's almost like trying to tell us Hagalaz.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right?
Hagalaz.
It was kind of sideways. Do you want to throw again?
Yes.
Let's throw again. I don't like them too much when they're sideways, but if that's all we get, that's all we get. Okay. This is broken off here. This is broken off here. This, to me, is trying to form Thurzaz right here.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Thurzaz. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of power there then. And Thurzaz is turned right. Okay. Okay. Subconscious, spiritual, past influence. Let's do that one next. And then we'll do Vanaheim last. Oh, wow. Okay, let's get these out of the way. What is this one telling us? This is really awesome. It looks to me like it's trying to be Wunjo.
Oh, I saw Ansu's.
Wunjo, and then Ansu's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can see Ansu's there. Do you want to throw again?
Yes.
It's kind of a cool bind rune. Let's have you throw again. No, that's too scattered.
Okay.
It wants us to pick Ansu's with possibly Wunjo. So we'll go Ansu's here and Wunjo. Okay. Now, your future spiritual, this is Vanaheim.
Mm-hmm.
This is your future spiritual influence.
Okay.
Okay, wow. That's pretty what's going on here. You know, it's strange that we've seen it try and form this like 2 or 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
which is really interesting. Okay, let's take a closer look at this formation. Okay, because it looks like, let me bring it to the center. And this is off here, and this is like this. So, in one regard, we're thinking, okay, it's probably trying to be Othello. In another regard, take a look at this. I'm going to turn it because it kind of went sideways, and these have all been laying.
Menaz?
Yes.
Menaz. Okay.
You see, it's trying to be Menaz.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
So,
Menaz is the mind, the intellect.
right, introspection, self-reflection. Some people, I don't really believe in twin flames, but some people think that it could be the twin flame rune. So here's your new Nine Worlds layout. This got turned around, which was awesome. This is a good reading. So remember, we're trying to bring about change in here, and
Yes.
Haggalahs kept coming out. Well, now it's in the present. It was hanging out here in the spiritual realm, but the change is definitely here. It's happening now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This concerns home, okay, and hearth. So right now this shows that you're in a safe place. Your spiritual side is you're aware of, and you're protected of your spiritual influences, which was kind of a shaky thing in the last reading. We didn't know what was going on over there. Something was happening. So you are in a good place for whatever disruption and change is about to happen. And that's what you were really wanting. You were wanting some change. When we look to the future, the outcomes, so we see this being in a good place, and of course this is being in a good place. This is solar, right? The goddess Suna, and light, and Balder. So, whereas before you had the torch, which is knowledge, this is more fire here. So this is really good. It bodes for enlightenment. Whatever knowledge you gain through this is going through this experience is going to help you spiritually. Also, this will bring a flow of energy and purpose into the material world. So what's going on here in the spiritual is going to affect here. Now, as we all know, you had a lot of previous past psychological, material, and spiritual influences going on here. But right now in Niflheim, it shows a lot of power and energy. When we go to Jotunheim, we see Jotunheim with Uru's reversed, which means that, again, these tend to be past and subconscious influences. So on the spiritual side, you have communication, and of course Odin and Hugin were in your meditation, so they would be there. But interestingly, we also saw Wunjo pop up, kind of trying to make a bind rune there. So this indicates joy and happiness. So you're going to grow from that communication there that you did, and that's in Helheim. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in your past, you got to draw strength from it. Right now in the material world, it shows that you feel like you're were recently in a weakened state.
Yes.
But in Niflheim, you have the thunder, you have Thor, and you have lightning, and you have power. This is a primal force. So I think it bodes very, very well. We'll kind of take a look at this, over the next week, especially what's happening right now in the current situation. Okay?
Okay.
Change is happening. Home and hearth, you're in a safe place, and you're aware and protected. So overall, very good Nine Worlds reading. And I think we will call it at that. Thanks again for coming on to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what you think of Siren Tarot's new Nine Worlds outlook.